Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we have my review of the 2018 film Skyscraper, which of course starred the legendary Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I was very excited for this film. The trailers got me very excited, same as the posters, and I really like The Rock as an actor, and he seems to get great personality outside of his roles. And I'm a massive fan of Die Hard, and it seemed like this film's taking heavy inspiration from that, so I was excited. I was expecting a big action blockbuster, not some mediocre copycat. Yeah, unfortunately this film really wasn't great. I didn't hate it, I did have fun with it, but it was a big disappointment. The opening scene is really dark, and the scene itself is pretty good actually, but it doesn't fit in with the rest of the film at all. There's potential there for some good character with The Rock. I don't remember the character's name, so I'm just going to call him The Rock. But yeah, there's potential there, but it doesn't go anywhere. The only reason it actually happened was so The Rock could use his leg, which even that, it only comes into play like in one or two cool action scenes and stuff. It's not really that important and doesn't really do much for the character. It definitely doesn't feel vital. But as an opening scene on its own, if this was in a different film, I think it'd work really well because it could have set the tone very well. I think as a scene itself though, as an opening scene, if it was in another film, it would have worked really well. Could have set the tone for a really dark and gritty film, but unfortunately didn't go that route. I buy the relationship between The Rock and Neve Campbell of course being in Scream, which I will talk about one day because I absolutely love the first film and the fourth one. The second two, I don't really care about them. She's great, the whole cast is pretty great. I do buy them as a family, but mainly really because of the acting. There's not much character here. We don't really know how they met. I mean, maybe it's because Neve Campbell's character was treating The Rock after the explosion. I don't know, but I still mostly buy the family. The building that is attacked by these people has a cool design from the outside, but it's just too futuristic for me. It really makes the opening scene feel like it's from a different film because it doesn't fit in with that dark and grey stuff, because we've gone from there to, in a matter of minutes, this massive futuristic building which has a pearl room, which has like holograms and stuff, and it just doesn't fit together. I don't like it. You compare that to a suicide bomber scene at the start where he killed his whole family, it just doesn't work for me. Unfortunately, tones as a whole aren't matched that well in this film. The Rock's friend is an antagonist, which was very obvious from the start by the way, but he has a compelling basis. He was with The Rock in the explosion from the suicide bomber, but it doesn't explain why he's trying to help take over and set the building on fire, and why he's trying to help the other people. The guys that actually start the fire, I just don't care about them. It doesn't matter. There are a few little quips throughout this film that were actually a lot of fun, that made the action scenes more enjoyable, because the action scenes were good on their own as well. I had a lot of fun with them. In particular, the crane scene that the film was really built around, a lot of the hype was built around that one scene, and it was a great scene. I really enjoyed it. It was a real fist clenching moment, and was one of the best parts of the movie. The film actually does these moments really well. There is some CGI in this film that I do like, but also some I don't like. The scene where The Rock is climbing on the outside of the building with duct tape to his hand, that is another example of a real good fist clenching scene. The biggest problem by far with this film though is that I don't think there's an original idea anywhere in it. I saw The Rock post online some fan-made posters of him in a Die Hard poster, and with the building being replaced with the building from this film, which made me very excited, thinking that it was going to be self-aware and it was just going to be taking inspiration. But if that's what they were going for, if that's what they tried to do, it did not come across like that at all. It came off like they wanted to make a Die Hard reboot or remake, but they couldn't, so they just did this instead. And it's really unfortunate because it's glaring how much they take from Die Hard in this film. And I know it takes from other films as well, but I don't think I've personally seen them. I've seen some of them, but not all of them. I did have fun with this film, and I might buy it in Blu-ray, I don't know yet, because it can be fun. You can sit down and watch it with mates, you can have a good time. It's not so bad that you don't want to watch it, it's not boring, but there's just not really much to it. You can't sit down and get invested in it at all. I give Skyscraper a 4.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of Skyscraper in the comments. Did you love it or did you hate it? As always, this was just my opinion. Let me know as long as you're respectful with it about me and with the others in the comments. I will see you in the next one. Take care.